I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna tell it to you like it is, bro. Yes, indeed, Houston fans are mad entitled, bro. It's like a competitive team ain't never been enough for Houston fans, and I'm really here to call them on it, like, cause I think that there's several examples of times Houston fans were treated well by these pro franchises, and it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough.
I mean, yeah, you're right, bro. I mean, you're right about the prompt. Are they entitled? I don't agree though. I think I'm on the other side of the fence on this one.
Well, let me throw something at you. Let's talk about the Astros. How the Astros recently won 2 World Series in the last few years, 2017 and 2022. Now, fans, after these championships, the fans almost felt like they were entitled to a repeat. And when they didn't get that repeat, you saw fans booing at home games when we weren't playing well. And it's like, it's over 100 games in a baseball season. So some of them, you won't play well. Yeah. That's just part of the game. Well, that's just part of the game. And I'm just thinking, like, they were booing at times where even though we had a winning record, they were still booing. And then there was a time after the 2022 series that we won, the very next year, they was calling for the job of the legendary Dusty Baker, bro. At what point...
rightfully so, though.
I'm just saying, at what point is a competitive team good enough for y'all? Even once you got some championships, at what point is a competitive team good enough for you? Why should they call for the firing of Dusty Baker after mad years of success?
So entitlement, I had to go ahead and hit Webster's on that one. Believing oneself to be deserving of privileges and special treatment. I don't really think we do. I don't think we really are asking for special treatment or privileges, bro. Before 2015, we were a national punchline when it came to the Astros. We had Biggio, we had Berkman, we had Bagwell, we had those guys, but we had multiple 100-win losses, bro. Empty stadiums, cheap seats. You know what I'm saying? Zero expectations for a while, bro. We just rolled with the squad. We just said we just gonna do what we gotta do. I think that's paying dues, bro. I think we paid dues really early on when it came to the franchise. And now it's hey, we want to see them compete, bro. And I think we've seen that. You're right. We did win a couple World Series, which a lot of people like to put an asterisk on the 2017. I don't. You can. I'm not. So when it comes down to when you go into like, bro, let's talk about this. Since 2015, multiple ALCS appearances. 2017, 2019, 2021, and 2022. Which 17 and 19, we made the Yankees our sons because that's exactly what Altuve did. There's a reason why whenever we go to that stadium, they're booing. They boo this man still to this day, bro.
What they said.
So, yeah, I feel like you can't call a fan base entitled when they've survived 100 lost seasons.
Now,
bro.
see, that's where I disagree because the way I see it, when the team has come from nothing, when you come from nothing, a person who comes from nothing, the things that they get after that, the things that they have to earn, they tend to be more grateful for it. Even if you don't earn a mansion, when you come from being homeless, just having an apartment, you be grateful for it. Now, let me tell you about the Texans. Yeah. The Texans, all of a sudden, like, we was the laughing stock of the league for several years, for a long time. But then Bill O'Brien comes around, we start winning division titles. And division titles suddenly, now, they mean nothing to Houston fans. But if you remember where we came from, then you should be grateful, I believe, that we there. Now, Bill O'Brien won the division title in 2015, 2016, 2018, and 2019. That's 6 seasons as the head coach. He won the division 4 times. Coached and developed Deshaun Watson and won playoff games with TJ Yates and Matt Schaub, bro. And I'm just saying, like, if you ask the casual fan, the casual Houston fan, their opinion of Bill O'Brien, you're going to get a whole bunch of negatives based on what they saw his last season. Why? Because in a lot of cases, we be feeling like we entitled to having winning seasons every single year and forgetting where we came from. In October, of 2013, there was a group of angry Texans fans that surrounded the home of Matt Schaub. When I tell you that they were there to confront him, and when I tell you that the record was 2-3, tell me that ain't entitlement, fam. So you expect to be 5-0? You expect to be 3-2?
Hey. But bro, you can't call a whole fan base entitled based. That's a blanket statement off a couple of fans. You had dudes show up at Arian Foster's crib, and homie was tripping. I remember seeing that online. I don't know what it was, Instagram something. I'm like, bro, why are they at this man's house, bro? If you talk about the fan base as a whole, I think that we endured dumpster fire trash at certain points, bro. I'm talking about let's talk about Brock Osweiler. Do we remember Tom Savage? What about my boy Case? Case is our boy, but Case Keenum is not a starting quarterback in anybody's team right now, bro. I do think that they've earned credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? We've won some conferences, or have we? This team has never been to an AFC championship game, bro.
We also have the youngest football team in the league. So, like, a lot of these teams, they was in the league for 30 and 40 years before they won championships or before they won, like, conference championships, Super Bowl appearances and stuff. So, like, what do you say to that? I think, to your point about a small amount of fans being looked at as the fan base, what I would say to you is the small amount of fans seem for me to be a microcosm of how the larger number of fans, the vast majority of us, think. And I'm one of y'all, so this is coming from one of y'all. I'm one of y'all, and I do understand, like, we all want to win, but, like, is winning it all always the goal? Like, not necessarily. I don't like how I put that. I'm gonna scratch that. Is winning it all always what you expect? The expectation. Of course, it's the goal, but is it always the expectation? And that's where I call them entitled.
I feel, yeah. I see what you're saying, but I feel like and you know this, being from the H, bro, it's like we're always expecting a dub. That's what we riding around on dubs. You know what I'm saying? We always expecting a dub.
Texas tatted on my arm, got Houston on my back. Cause I love the city I'm from. Hands up if you feel.
And what's wild, bro, is I didn't even mention Freaky Boy. Cause we ain't even talk about him. He gave I got a whole stack of Deshaun Watson cards over here that I'm still trying to get rid of because nobody wants them, and Cleveland can't even hold him down, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's just wild, man. It's wild. I think that we endured a lot. And side note, Tennessee, give us our jerseys back, bro. Give us our jerseys back, bro. Stop playing with me. That's my deal. I understand that y'all got the rights to them, but they're ours.
It's an
Oiler.
Like you feel entitled to jerseys that ain't ours. Further making my point,
maybe just a little bit. Just a little bit, bro. That baby blue has nothing to do with Tennessee. Stop it.
I really want to bring it home here because where I feel the Houston fans have the biggest level of entitlement is when I start to talk about the James Harden era with the Houston Rockets. Let's talk about James Harden. Now, if you ask the casual Houston fan what they thoughts about James Harden are, all they can remember is fat suit James Harden wanting out of Houston and wanting to tear him apart for it. When there was rumors that he was coming back or that he wanted to come back to Houston in the Ime Udoka era, a lot of people were against it. Yep. And it had nothing to do with what he did here. It had everything to do with what they thought of him. But here's the truth about James Harden. While he was in Houston, won 3 scoring titles. 2018. Won the MVP award, the most valuable player. When I tell you he averaged 36 points per game in 2019, those numbers are only comparable to 2 guys, Wilt Chamberlain and Michael Jordan. And all I'm saying is the run that he went on was historically great.
Great company.
Franchise record in wins in 2018. 2 Western Conference Finals in the same era that Golden State was ascending. And so 8 straight playoff appearances, and fans still focus on what they didn't win. was the title. And I feel for y'all because I also wanted to win the title. But Houston fans nowadays are ready to ignore what he did here and what those Rockets were able to accomplish because they didn't win the one thing that only one team gets to win every season. And I'm just here to say,
man, I hear you, but Hardo was on. I'm a James Harden fan, bro. I still am to this day. I remember him changing the league with that step back. You know what I'm saying? You still got kids out here that's still emulating that. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree. Bro, I do agree. I mean, I just think that we talking about the regular season. We about to pull out some Iverson stuff, not practice. We talking about the regular season. That's great, but what happens in the postseason, bro? What did Harden do in the postseason? Where was my guy at? Where was he at? You know what I'm saying? And I think that the other thing too, the other thing too is I feel like it hurts more when you get right there, but you just don't. Close but no cigar. You know that phrase? We was right there, bro. Bro, I still to this day, it's embedded in my head when Chris Paul tore his hamstring. Whatever he did, he got hurt.
You know he's not gonna
bro, that is like nightmares. It brings up nightmares, bro. I'm like, we were right there. We were right there. So I think that, and then after we started losing, Hardo left. Westbrook left. Chris Paul left. You know what I'm saying? We've had stars like Yao Ming. Talk about Yao Ming, bro. Talk about everybody knew who Yao was, bro.
Bro,
everybody knew.
Do you remember what the Rockets were before James Harden? Like, none of us share that same opinion of Kevin Martin. None of us share that same opinion of Kyle Lowry. These guys are looked at favorably.
Hey, man.
Aaron Brooks. These guys are looked at favorably. But when James Harden got here and they saw how good he was and what he could accomplish individually, everybody instantly assumed that means we have to have a title. That means we get to go to the finals. And that's what I mean when I say entitlement. Is because when we look back on those years with James Harden running the Rockets, when you ask a casual fan, they got such disdain for him for wanting to leave and for not winning the title. When you ask somebody like me, I was happy for the ride. I was happy to be relevant for all them years. I was happy he was rocking our jersey, dropping 63-point triple doubles. Like, I felt that.
Yeah, but you're not like those names you mentioned. Aaron Brooks, Kyle Lowry went to go win a championship, didn't he? He went and got him. He went and got him a ring. You know what I'm saying? But those I feel like are players that we love that weren't just decent players. They weren't any type of all-stars. You know what I'm saying? But we loved them here. You know what I'm saying? We put on for the. You're like, hey, bro, like you said, you got the Rockets jersey on, bro. We gonna cut for you regardless. But, bro, I mean, I don't think it's really entitlement here. I think it's just, you know what I'm saying, wanting competition, demanding more. We've been there. You know what I'm saying? We can all talk about the dream days.
Okay.
We can all talk about the dream days. But if you want to be honest, some people say we only won because Michael Jordan went to go play baseball.
Yeah, that's cap because he came back one of those years we won. He was there for like half the season. And
cap. But look, for sure.
Okay. You want to talk about entitlement? Let's talk about something more recent. How Houston fans are quick to label young rookies or young players a bust after 1, 2, 3 years. Houston was ready to get rid of Jalen Green instantly. As soon as we had ascended to a point where we could finally make the playoffs, Houston fans felt entitled to 30 and 40-point games from him in the playoffs, something that he's never played in. He's never played in the playoffs. Houston fans will tell you that they expected 30 and 40-point games coming from Jalen Green, who had only been in the league for a short period of time. And I'm here to tell you, like, newsflash, that don't happen that often. You don't get guys in their first contract that make the playoffs for the first time and show out. What's more likely is you get guys who ain't used to the change of pace of the game in the playoffs, and their first time they tend to downgrade the numbers that they have put up in the regular season. And you want to respond to that because I want to talk about CJ Stroud. I want to bring it home. Man.
Hey, nah. I I was gonna say, you said we weren't, but we were patient, bro. I feel like we tanked for a while with the Rockets to get Jalen Green. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we was just chilling and we just got a draft pick and we got him. So yeah, when you come here, you better bring the juice, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what he's doing in Phoenix right now because I'm not watching them. But I ain't heard. I ain't really heard.
He put
up
30 something next to Devin Booker putting up 40 like last week. On God,
D-Book.
And I'm saying Houston fans would be right to feel like, you know, it should have went a better way. But Houston fans said trade him. They said trade him right away. First playoff series. If that don't scream entitlement, then I don't know what does. Let's talk about C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud has been great for us. C.J. Stroud has come here and made the playoffs each year that he's worn a Texas jersey. C.J. Stroud had the worst game of his career in the playoffs this year, and now half the fans in Houston are ready to ditch him for a new quarterback. Like, as if they don't remember the quarterbacks that came before, all those quarterbacks that were nowhere near what C.J. Stroud is to us. I do. They don't remember T.J. Yates. They don't remember Matt Schaub. They don't remember David Carr. Mm-hmm. They don't remember these boys, man. They don't remember Brock Osweiler. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Hey, side note, I have Matt Schaub in the, like, what do we say? One of the top H-Town or H-Town legends, and you gave me tons of crap for that, bro.
Drexler, Matt Schaub, T-Mac, Arian Foster, Arian Johnson.
Matt Schaub.
Anyways, he's on my honorable mention, bro. Not in number 1, 2, or 3. I'm just saying I had a list of people that I had. Bro, I got Brian Cushing on here, Carlos Beltran, just people that I thought from the H that are legends.
I'm glad you ain't mentioned these names.
Anyways,
I put him in there. I ain't say he was a legend, but I feel like he put on for the city, bro. He put on for a good while. Now, on the CJ topic, I do agree with you. I've seen a lot of fans saying that he needs to dip. Stop it. Once again, I think those are fans that are either bandwagon fans, they're fly by night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're not the true fans, bro. True fans, we didn't been to Texans games and seen true fans say, we've been here and we're still here. You know what I'm saying? Those are the fans that are there. Now, I do agree with you. There is a good amount of people that's saying we need to come up off CJ. Those are probably the same people that say that we need to keep Deshaun Watson here. I was not about it. Once homie said he was out, I was like, bye, throw the deuce, bro. You know what I'm saying? Chunk it up. But I mean, that's just how I roll, bro. I think that's just how H-Town rolls, man. If you're not here to bring the juice, you're not here to bring the noise, bro, you can go somewhere else. Everybody in Houston brings it tough, bro. We're not coming here to play around. Yeah. We ain't here to play. So I don't think it's entitlement. I think it's more of demanding competition, bro. Demanding competitiveness. Demanding that H-Town heart. That's where I stand. We have a few in here that might be a little entitled, but for the most part, if you look at our fan base as a whole, I think we out the gutter with it. You know what I'm saying? We want success. We want to see some. We ain't got no rings.
Oh God,
I want some.
I definitely want a ring.
Yeah,
too.
Bro.
I definitely want another ring too. But I don't feel like I deserve a ring or that I'm entitled to it. But I hear what you're saying. You might be right. Y'all let us know in the comments.
Loving the way I'm from. Loving the way.